news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Heading over to the drone newsosphere in the drone newsroom, it's Jeff Sills. He's got a lot of it. What's going on, buddy?
You got a lot of what?
Well, clearly looking at you got a lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah,
He who dies with the most toys wins.
True.
All right, so to start off the news, the Ukraine has been getting a whole bunch of opportunities to fly drones. And with our UK correspondent, we have this wonderful story.
Recently on Geeksvana, we brought you the story of the Ukraine Ministry of Defense appealing to local residents of Kiev in the Ukraine to bring in their consumer-grade drones to help with the defense of the city. Well, the appeal actually ended up having something of an international response, including Henry Lindroos and his two friends, who decided to take things into their own hands and take over 140 consumer DJI drones to help the Ukraine forces.
The whole idea started from my friends. Last weekend they sent Kevlar vests and helmets. A group of friends. One of them is my student in martial arts, and he comes from a wealthy family who has a long line of tradition for helping. He contacted me that he found this request from the Ukraine military to get this type of drones to the field. And he has established connections he's actually in Poland now, but he's has connections to through the border to some troops in Ukraine, and so he contacted me and my friends Tommy Keinen and Valtteri Koskimäki to get this project done as fast as possible. I was actually sitting. It was 11:30 in the evening when I was sitting at home about to go to sleep, and I got this message that now there's 50,000 euros worth of drones that they're trying to get the order through in this online store that has a 24-hour kind of reception. And he got the order through and asked us if we could go pick them up and charge the drones before they were sent, and also unpackage them and put them in a smaller package and put them on carry-on bags and deliver them to Warsaw, Poland from Helsinki.
What was the reaction that you got when you delivered the drones?
They had been very, very excited about maybe getting 20 drones from another source. So when they heard that they are receiving 140 drones and they're getting it like in a few hours from them getting notice about the possibility, they were very, very, very excited.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Geeksvana. And man, the whole world is rallying behind the Ukrainians right now.
Yeah, the Ukraine Defense Military has been asking residents and military personnel, to anybody that has drone flying experience, to be able to fly the drones. And also, one of the things that is a concern is that the Russians will approach the Chinese government to create a no-fly zone over the Ukraine, and then theoretically force these drones to be unable to take off, which is the reason why the Ukrainian armed forces have been equipping drones with NFC mods.
Oh, so oh wow, that's just dirty, you know?
Yeah.
And then they won't fly without doing the firmware update, and then when you do the firmware update, they won't fly.
So drone owners from Ukraine are approaching No Limit Drones to get NFC mods for their drones to be able to fly in case the Chinese decide to put up a no-fly zone. And of course, Turkey is sending over their combat drones, and those have been very successful so far in their use as well. So the Ukrainians are getting a lot of cool toys to play with.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Next in the news, we have what is called a shot compilation from something called the Free Ride Fiesta.
No, we don't. No, we have deadly do-it-yourself drones in Ukraine. That's what we have. Jeff, you want to follow along with rehearsal?
Well, this is footage that was taken from Ukrainian drones that were used to drop munitions onto Russian sites. And this was, I think, earlier in the conflict, but they were essentially weaponizing what drones they did have access to at the time, and were causing quite a kerfluffle for the Russian troops along the border.
This is how they were using the drones that we get to them.
Дуже велика активність останнім часом. Видно, у них появилось фінансування, видно, у них з'явились там якісь спонсори, які постійно завозять от такі от прилади, такої моделі, іншої моделі. Наскільки це ефективно? Ну, все залежить від того, наскільки ти професіонал в управлінні, наскільки у тебе є...
Maybe you're wondering, where do they put the explosives? Watch it.
В них дуже багато є всередині пустот, куди ти можеш його просто розібрати, начинити тротилом, іншими бойовими елементами і поставити на електродетонатор. Тобто вони, і навіть професіонал, він отак от, беручи його в руки, на вагу не може приділити, що там є якийсь подвох. Там весь нюанс був в тому, що всередині був схований електродетонатор, коли ти витягуєш батарею, пролунав вибух.
Ми пробували це робити. Ми зробили декілька польотів невдалих, а на останній раз нас збили. І ми просто відмовились від даного виду діяльності.
Yeah, it's amazing what they're using to fight just anything. Sharp sticks, drones filled with explosives. It's amazing.
Well,
what
and
they're
you
able to
know,
do.
courtesy of that recent potential, I don't know if it's a real leak, they might actually get a chance to use Mavic Mini 3s.
Oh.
Courtesy of this photograph.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is that real? That's not real. It can't be real.
No idea. Somebody says that it's a photograph of the box that the unit is coming in, and the photograph is very warped. So I don't know if this is real or not. But in any case, that's floating around out there for those of you that are interested in potential drone drops from DJI.
I can't imagine that they would make a controller that's bigger than the drone itself. Right?
Can we confirm there will be obstacle avoidance on the 3, though?
I would imagine it
Oh
probably
yeah.
would.
Oh yeah. It would have to be a much better avoidance package on there to even compete with the 2. But that controller that was leaked, that's for an ag drone, I'm sure.
Yes, that's for an agricultural drone that is also something that DJI is bringing out, which look, I guess there's some questionable shots of that, but I'm not ready to show that stuff off just yet. All right, so since I had FPV on the brain earlier,
Yeah.
this is a drone shot compilation of the Free Ride Fiesta.
Oh, this is fantastic. Where is this, Jeff?
Well, this is the Free Ride Fiesta. The actual location, I'm not sure of. I know that the drone pilots that were filming the event were Chris Lamons and Rodrigo Flores, and they're part of FPV Drone Pilots crew. And the Fiesta event had some of the top riders going out to this location and just doing amazing stunts. And then, of course, they had some extremely talented pilots that got us some just fabulous footage, up close footage. Of these guys doing these tricks.
I'm able to I've been to drift tracks and I followed the cars around. I would like an opportunity to knock somebody off their bike. I mean, film somebody on their bike.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, just the flying and the bike stuff too.
Yeah.
What looks
Very
more fun?
talented stuff.
What looks more fun to do? Let me know in the chat. Would you rather be the pilot or would you rather be the dude on the bike?
Oh, if I was 14, I'd rather be dude on the bike. If I was 55, I'd much rather be the pilot.
No, yeah. 55, they better have an ambulance on standby.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be some broken hips for sure.
Definitely. All right, so next in the news, there was recently on February 17th a devastating fire at a historical club called the Oakland Hills Country Club in Bloomfield Township, Michigan. And this is the after effects footage from this fire. They still do not know what caused the fire. They're still investigating the actual pinpoint, but the impact is devastating. The facility is pretty much destroyed.
Was there anybody hurt or killed in that?
No, there was no indications that there was anybody that was injured. I believe it happened at a time that the facility was relatively, it was like an evening.
Yeah.
When nobody was there, but the fire was it burned through the facility pretty quickly because it's an old historic building, so a lot of it, was wood, etc. And it just, there's actually footage out there of the fire itself, and it was an intense fire.
Yeah, that's very sad.
I hate seeing old historic places like this get damaged in such a way. It's just, there's a little bit of history there that you lose, especially with this place.
I mean, that building survived storms and all kinds of stuff and time, and then fire took it out. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Yeah.
All right, but on a lighter note, we have recently a drone pilot got 2 years probation from a Virginia judge when he thought it would be an absolutely fabulous idea to buzz a Salem fire station.
Oh, geez. Oh my goodness.
He pled guilty to flying his drone into the fire station and dive bombing firefighters with the device. It's an unregistered drone that he used to harass the firefighters for up to 10 minutes on July of 2019. He lost contact with the drone after the firefighters closed the bay doors and the aircraft stuck to a pole. He then went to try to recover the drone afterwards, telling them that a friend was flying it, which was also a lie. And he admitted in court that it was an absolutely stupid mistake. He is going to face probation and also has to give up the drone as part of his plea agreement.
What kind of drone was it? FPV drone?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a little
FPV drone?
Was it a little whoop? Because there's not a lot of room in there for like a 5-inch. It certainly hurt someone.
It didn't tell us the type of drone, but because he was dive bombing the drone and flying through there, I was going to assume it's FPV. Yeah,
a little whoopy thing. You would have to be insane to have an open propellered, non-ducted drone in there with.
Well, dive bombing firefighters is not exactly the smartest thing to do with a drone.
How old is he? Is he 15 or something?
It was at the time he was a teenager. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that explains it. If I was the defense lawyer, I'd be like, all right, present your case. Well, he's 15. I rest my case.
All right. So in St. Petersburg, Florida, in 2022, the Grand Prix is going to be coming, and St. Pete is providing a new high-tech tool that detects drones.
Okay.
Yeah, the DE drone is a device that detects, identifies, and locates drones, nearly 300 different types of drone types. It pinpoints not only the drone and the camera on the device, shows what it's carrying, if it has a suspicious load. The pilot's location can also be pinpointed with the device. The police said that the Grand Prix is considered an international event, so they wanted to improve safety for not only the drivers and race crews, but also for the spectators, because drones are becoming more common and more popular. So St. Pete's street track is located on parts of Alberta Whitted Airport, so it's also a no-fly zone, which adds to even more trouble if they actually try to fly a drone at the event.
So this just detects the drone, and then what do they do with it? They send a dude out there with a butterfly net. What do they do with it?
I would imagine, since it's not only pinpointing the drone but the pilot's location, that they will probably have police officers ready to go to that location. And it doesn't give any indication that DE drone is one of these systems that will force the drone to land. So maybe barrel tackling the guy, or
let me suggest, tase the dude.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Now that'd be fun. But make sure you have a GoPro on the end of your taser, because I want to see that.
Yeah, got to have that camera footage after.
Yeah.
All right, so the Jammu and Kashmir police, in a joint mission with the Special Operations Group, thwarted a major terrorist tragedy in a recent police sting. They found essentially a lot of drone activity in the area and carried out a search operation in an area called Arnia. And this is in a place called RS Pura sector along the international border. And these drones came across the border, and they were able to confiscate the drones. They had 3 packets that were dropped from the drones. One was a pistol with 2 magazines, 70 rounds, 3 detonators, 3 remote-controlled IEDs, 3 bottles of explosives, 1 bottle of Cortex wire, 2 timer LEDs, and 6 grenades.
Wow! Holy hell!
This was not your small package, things you would see going into a prison. This was some pretty serious stuff.
Oh my God! I like the way they spelled out JKP with the rounds.
Yeah, it's great.
Wait, our table doesn't look cool enough. I got an idea. J. Okay. Photo op. Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously somebody had some nefarious ideas, and this was able to avert that tragedy.
All that stuff was on one drone?
All that stuff was on 3 packages dropped from 3 drones.
Okay.
Wow. Yep. Just, load up your drone and have your own little personal war. So
why send in single joints on a mini when you can go, bulk delivery with a big old ag drone or something?
Oh, yeah. One of those big ag drones.
Yeah, man.
Nobody would ever see it.
Look, it had all those drugs and the pistol. It had one of the prisoner's toddlers that wanted to visit. All kinds of stuff. And then what do you do? Right? Like, say it got through and you land. What do you? Okay, and then you're hoofing it up to this drone that comes up to your waist, unloading, ripping tape off. What do you do? What do you stuff it down? They didn't think it through, clearly. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So next in the news, we have this is an interesting story. Brown tail moth caterpillars have toxic hairs that are on them, and this has become quite a problem for several areas that these, moths or caterpillars frequent. Maine happens to be one of them, and so this particular company in Sherbrooke developed a drone that is mounted to, branch cutting equipment. And it is designed to help reduce the spread of these moth-tail caterpillars without using pesticides, that can kill a broad spectrum of different types of species.
Huh.
So another interesting way of using drones to fight a very peculiar and particular insect.
Interesting. Those poor moths have no chance.
Yeah, no chance at all.
No chance at all against this, what is essentially a tree-hugging drone.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Again, it's the innovative stuff that these guys come up with that just never ceases to amaze me.
Wouldn't that be a good a banana picker too? Right?
Probably.
Or coconuts. So you don't have to climb up the coconut tree. Or just hug someone you love. Send a drone.
Aww.
You don't have the time to go over and hug your mom, right?
Pandemic.
Right. But you want to hug your mom, right? So you just send this mom hugging drone over.
No, there's a cutting tool in there, so no.
Oh, well,
don't
send
it over to your mom.
Getting cut a little bit to get that hug. I think it's worth it.
No.
Okay, no. All right.
No.
Yeah, all right.
All right. So next we have the world's first hydraulic drone that could soon be operational, promising nonstop flights of up to 900 kilometers without refueling.
Before I play this, no. Okay? This is, and I'm going to ask you, would you ride this in the chat? Let me know in the chat if you would ride this. Is this supposed to be a passenger?
No.
No?
This is a hydraulic drone.
For what?
That can be used for it's essentially like a heavy lift drone, but the design is for them to be able to fly it for ranges of hundreds of miles with hours of flight time that don't use batteries or electric motors.
Oh, so where do the hydraulics come into play? Where do the hydraulics have to do anything?
They're trading batteries and electric motors for pumps and gas engines that then drive the blades.
Okay. All right. Hang on for this video because it is terrifying. I'm glad they have it restrained. Look at that. Oh my God. It wants to break free. Mrah! Drone kill. Mrah! That's Franken drone right there.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's horrible.
They got it all tied up. They got it behind a gate and a fence and a net. They don't want to take any chances of that lopping their heads off. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's one of the things you will never hear from that drone again. That's it. We'll never. I mean, this is it.
And done.
It'll never be in the news again. We'll never see it again. It's crazy. Yeah.
That was their stability test.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well,
so there we go.
That's a fail. Yeah.
See what occurs from there.
Why fix something that's not broken? Hey, let's add hydraulics to it. Okay.
Oh, yes.
But doesn't it work well the other way with, the tried and true and the tested way that everybody else has been doing? I mean, right? I mean, we've been doing this for years now. No, let's throw something untested in there. Just give it a shot. We got that grant money, right? Oh, yeah, okay, well, let's do it. Back to you, Jeff.
All right. So the next video comes from Australia, and this is near a place called DY Lagoon. On February 21st, some surfers had created floodwaters. They essentially cut a trough through the sand dunes leading out to the sea, and they create this flow that they can then use to surf on, etc. Essentially, what happened was an elderly man who was trying to cross got swept up in it and started getting pulled out to sea, at which point a group of the surfers jumped in and rescued the guy, and the whole thing is caught on this drone footage.
Wow.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I mean, it is pretty clever of them to, because there was some, see where the water is up there? Was that legal of them? Was that like
they do this on a regular basis.
Oh, okay.
And it'll seal back up, and the lagoon will fill back up, etc. But they essentially make a very small trough, and it starts growing and growing and growing, as the water starts, I guess, pulling the sand away.
That's what water does.
And it will create that wider path. But some of the footage that I've seen of them doing this, it's really cool, because when they get the first trough made, that's when the little kids come out with the boogie boards and go shooting through it like it's a shotgun.
So what was old dude doing in there?
He was trying to cross there. There's an area there where people will cross at the upper end of that, because.
All right, I'm going to play it again. I'm going to add a little bit of music just to make it interesting. No, that's not good music. What was that other good music? Oh, yes. I can't do it. I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad he didn't get swept out to sea.
Yes, did not get swept out to sea. Hats off to the surfers who were on the ball and able to rescue the gentleman.
Excellent.
And
did they get him up on a board?
To the drone pilot that shared it with us.
Yeah. He just happened to be there filming the surfers, I bet.
Yep.
Anyway, well, thank you very much, Jeff.
You are most welcome, sir.
I appreciate it. And we'll see you later.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
We should probably mention remotepilot101.com. Isn't it a great place?
Great place.
It is a great place. Tell us about your place, Jason.
So, Remote Pilot 101, no one has prepared more Part 107 pilots than us. And you'll be pleased, those of you who are current customers now, you're going to be experiencing version 3 and a brand new learning management system in about 2 weeks. So the best just keeps on getting better. RemotePilot101.com. Use promo code Heron18, which, by the way, Ken, I can't brag on you enough. When we search promo codes, you know me, I'm all about our marketing and everything else. Heron18 is the most used promo code. Your people listen to you, Ken.
Yay! Thank you, people. I appreciate that. And you've been very busy updating the lessons too, because
there's not every video has gotten a facelift. There's 76 videos in there. Every single one has gotten a facelift. The course has gone from 9 hours to almost 12 hours now. There's just so much new content. We're always trying to innovate, push new content. Now with all the recurrent tests changing so much, we're like, wow, we just launched our new course. We need to fix it now. So we're back to that. I was just reviewing some of the stuff our writers sent over earlier for some of the content, and there's some more great stuff coming out here soon as well.
And you take actual questions that test takers give you and kind of incorporate those in the quizzes too, right? So they're actual FAA questions.
We have a ton of data on that, no doubt. So yeah, and I always share, this, Ken, I call them the boot camps at the end, where I share, this is a question you're going to see on your knowledge test. Let's not memorize it. Let's understand the why behind it. But just to prepare them for the knowledge test. You know this, though, Ken. I want you to be safe in the real world. My mission isn't just to pass a test. I want you safe when you're out there flying FPV, whatever it is, so you can be a light and be a mentor to everybody else that's out there wondering about what this new drone space is. Even though it's not that new, but to many it is so new. And we have to be ambassadors to that.
You're a shining star, Jason. A shining star. Awesome.